Welcome straight out of a comic. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, but not a dinosaur story. This is a Daredevil story. Welcome to another edition of Straight Out of a Comic Book. First episode of 2025. Glad to have an old head back and somebody new. And I've been trying to make this happen, but it's just been every time. But we finally in 2025 got it right, man. And I got another guest on here with me. Very glad to have this guy on here, man. Knows Marvel from head to toe. I love that he loves to talk shit about DC as well when need to, not just disrespectfully, but you know, kind of like football. When you come make fun of my team, I'm gonna make fun of your team. Incredible comedian. You've seen him on Sprite commercials for like the last 5 years. I don't even know if it's 5 years, but it feel like 5 years. But every time on the holidays, this man pops up. BT Kingsley is here with us today, man. BT, glad to have you here. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. I just had to make sure you knew I wasn't a hoe, bro. Like you hit me a few times, and I feel like I was flaking, but it was all legitimate because you know you my dog. So that's why I hit you like, hey man, listen, just for me clear, man, I want to do the show. You got the availability that came back with them humble. You got the availabilities over there. You got to hear them episodes straight out of comic book for you.
Well, this is how I let you know it was real. I wasn't gonna start shooting again till February.
Right.
Start, but then you was like, "Yo, just let me know when you're available." I was like, "Look, I really want BT on here. I'll do this shit early. He available next week." And he was like, "Monday or Wednesday, we shooting this shit Monday." And of course, I went to the ones I know will be here. I was like, "Deuce, just let me know if you're available Monday." He was like,
"Bro, I be watching the clips. Y'all be having so much fun, man." I'm like,
"Oh yeah, man, it's always a good time. It's gonna be
straight out of a comic book. Come on."
We glad to have you here, man. Deuce,
let me be yellow. let me be Jerry Heller. Come on, man.
I just want to be down, baby. I just want to be on one episode, baby. Deuce, what about you, man? 2025, how you feeling, bro? How's everything on your end in the geek set world?
So I ain't gonna hold you. I'm extremely happy to be back, bro. Like I felt like with the clips that you've been circulating, I was like, damn, man, I miss being on that motherfucking show. Like, and I ain't been on here in a minute. So I'm like, hey, man, like when you sit it through, I was like, hell yeah, I'm definitely down. Before I even saw who was gonna be on it.
You know what else too, man? I gotta give y'all props. I don't know if y'all know this or not, audience, but this boy Will is a professional. Okay, let me tell you something. That email I just got, boy, that looked better than 4 call sheets I didn't had from big studios. I was like, this boy is efficient. Yeah, information in there. The spelling was right.
I gotta get credit where credit is due. CT definitely made me have to step that up. Because you know you know about yourself. Be like, so you gonna send us stuff so we prepared instead of just shooting off the hip. I was like, you know what? I got you. Mm-hmm. Ever since then, you already know how CT is. Once that shit kind of sit in your brain, you be like, nah, I can't do this again. And then CT bring this up. Nah,
that's like his superpower. Like, he'll embed some shit to make you better, and you hate it because the way he say it, right? You be like, man, shut up. But you right.
You super right.
Yeah. So you're not gonna work on that call sheet, my boy? I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
As soon as you hit him, my boy, I'm like, damn. We didn't got us. Man. 2025 may be starting off a little interesting here around the world. But Marvel itself, though, has still been trying to keep it steady. And 2025, it looks like they back. It looks like they are back. We were a little bit nervous with season 4. Season 5 was, I don't want to say rough. It was just very, okay, what are we doing? And we got a lot of shit we shouldn't have been shown or told, but it seems like we're getting back to that essential Marvel feel that made us fall in love with the live action versions in 2025. Man, we got Daredevil Born Again coming out March 4th on Disney Plus. Disney, you better not hit me with this 1 episode a week. I know that much. All right. If you hearing this, I need it like Netflix. Drop the whole shit. Drop the whole Born Again for me. Or do like What If. Come out every single day. Do not tread me for I don't even know how many episodes, if it's going to be 10 or 13, but I do not need to go through 10 to 13 weeks after seeing the trailer that I saw. But I got to know, have y'all seen the trailer for Daredevil Born Again yet?
Absolutely.
All right. So I just want to get from, so I'm going to start with BT. From all the stuff that we did hear about, well, just matter of fact, let me bring it back. The story of where we've gotten from Daredevil Netflix to Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus. We have heard wasn't coming back, then it was coming back, then we're changing the whole thing, but we still gonna have some of the people in there. We had Kingpin's wife not going to be cast. It was going to be a woman from an Asian woman that was going to be cast. It was going to be a whole different tone. Karen Page and Foggy not coming back. Then they scrapped all of that and was like, you know what? I think we just going to keep it the same way and reboot season 4. But now from seeing the trailer, after hearing all that madness and seeing the trailer for Daredevil Born Again, where are you sitting with the show currently now?
I'm excited. I can say this is how I know I'm excited. I restarted Daredevil, and Daredevil I'm on episode 12 of season 1 right now. So I just restarted, and when I tell you I don't remember nothing, I remember Vanessa. I remember close quarter fights. I remember what's that boy name? I remember the door slamming. Kingpin killing no more with the door, and that was it. Everything else I was building, I was like, I don't remember none of this.
I'm like you. I'm on season 2, episode 12.
Yeah, man. So I was like, I'm very excited. Daredevil's one of those weird characters, man. Because you know it's interesting. The Netflix show, it leans very Batman-ish. It's very dark. He's very trying to figure it out. He's going around. He's beating up, villains. And I realized, oddly enough, this sounds crazy, but I don't know if there's in the whole MCU, and I'm talking from the beginning to like Iron Man 1, if there was a character doing that outside of like Spider-Man, a little bit was just going around, stopping crime, beating up vigilantes. Just, hey, man, who robbed the liquor store? It just was, everything felt bigger than that.
Yeah.
No,
even like Iron Man felt smaller but bigger. So I was like, wow, this is like a necessary component to comics. You got to have just street level fighting. And then like little nuanced things like how Daredevil moves, I feel like it is interesting for our payoffs later. Because I don't know if anybody else does full, I almost said capoeira, parkour. So he moves quickly, even though he ain't got super speed or nothing like that. I say, oh, that's gonna be very like, you don't remember when we were watching Infinity War and you see Cap running with the soldiers and then they just kind of take off. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, because it's like those little nuanced things as comic fans we respect and notice. So it's like, okay, boom, you established that Panther's fast, you established that Cap's fast. Yes, they should be faster than everybody. So I'm imagining a world where something's happening and Daredevil's keeping up because he's just parkouring through rooftops. I was like, oh, this is very, very necessary. So I'm very, very, very excited for I'm gonna finish. I just had to get through season 1 because we all know season 2 is where it's at, baby.
Exactly.
We all know season 2 is where it's at. Man. But the action scenes are great in Daredevil. What's that had really found like a little niche that was really dope. Netflix found something very special. So Marvel's smart to go back and, don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby.
Yeah, because like to your point, the one thing, and this is something that I get why the movies went the way that they went, because this whole everything that we're seeing is the Avengers story. No matter what, like even all you have solo movies, but it's all leading up to the Avengers. When the Netflix came, it was more like I said, focused on that street level. Which, if you are a comic book reader, majority of the stories that you read are going to be street level ones, right? And so like you got to have a character like a Daredevil to do that. And I know that this Spider-Man that we're supposed to be getting was supposed to be going that route, but now it seems like they're going back to the big, large scale. Yeah. So like, with this trailer, and like I said, what I loved about the Netflix properties when they came out, it was that it's like, I don't need everything leading to the Avengers team up, right?
Mhm.
There's still dope stories that are, we would consider them one-offs. So it's like when I was watching the Netflix series, that's what I was looking at: Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. Like, these are these independent runs that they may have little moments that connect, but you don't need to connect it to get the full story. You don't need to, and that's what I love about it. So with this Daredevil trailer, one, I love that Disney, again, and it's crazy to say this, but like Disney is taking that liberty to lean into what Netflix was establishing: the brutality, the gore, the blood, like, showing that Daredevil is really a beast out here like that, and even like the little nuances of saying like this is still connected to that Netflix series. Like, even when you see Fisk, eating dinner with his wife, and then you still see the blood from the season. Yeah, yeah. You still see the blood on the painting from when him and Matt had that last final fight. You know what I'm saying? Or even seeing that, like, listen here, when Daredevil kicked that nigga leg in, I felt it. I said, "Ooh!" Like,
but see, Deuces, you're nailing another point, right? That's the thing that might have been happening. If you look at all the establishing films, if we go Thor, Iron Man, Catwoman, so on and so forth, there's not any movies where one of the heroes is just tearing through a bunch of small level humans.
Exactly.
It don't exist, and that might be the PG-13 thing. It's like we can't show blood. We can show you knocking out Chikari. We can show Chikari blood.
Yeah.
we can't show you regular blood. So that might be the issue. Like, oh.
Well, also too, to your point, those small nuances like you talked about with Captain America and Black Panther, there's also things about these certain levels that are very significant as to what you want to see. So even like as you just spoke, like most of the MCU circled around world events, then it went to space, and then we had the celestial side of it. And even too, if you notice, from the magical side. From the magic side, if you notice, everything that has to do with magic is very isolated.
Yeah.
Like one division only happened in one particular place.
Right.
No one else is mentioning. Same thing with Agatha Harkness. It was very centered into one thing. Even same with Doctor Strange. You didn't see a lot of people incorporated from the MCU into that magical world. It's very isolated.
Yeah.
Same thing with the street level. So that's what I'm loving of what I'm seeing with Marvel. Like the layers that they've been creating for these different worlds that are inside this MCU had these particular things. And even for, like you said, with the street level, what makes it great is being able to show like, hey, most of the time is these people are fighting henchmen. These people may get in a fight with a boss. It may be a conversation or two, but the majority of it is from a henchman standpoint. And there's a lot of henchmen that are being sent. And so I just think that it's such a great level in Daredevil. Marvel has always done a great job of finding that anchor, as they like to call it, for each of these levels. Like even from a universe standpoint, at first it was supposed to be Thor, but then Guardians of the Galaxy is what really helped us establish what the universe looks like. Because even look at it, Thor adapted to it. First, Thor was very William Shakespeare-like in the first two, and then the third one in Ragnarok, it got real funny. It got real colorful, like Guardians of the Galaxy is. Yeah. Same thing in the world perspective. Everybody mimics Iron Man and Captain America.
Yeah, everybody got that because that's what it is. Like everybody got to have a quip. Like, and I get it. Like I said, for the movies, it makes sense but it's like, I hope that they do keep and retain, like you said, having the layers, retaining this to street level, because you know how crazy it'll look if Thor had to come down and fight Cottonmouth. Like that makes no sense. It's like, wait, there's no reason why Cottonmouth should be facing off against the Hulk. He's going to lose. Like there's like this is like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta have those layers of, this. If this is street level, establish the threat in street level, establish the hero that saves the street level, that doesn't need to go cosmic, that doesn't need to go magical. It's just like, hey, no, it's just hands. You just get these hands. I'm blind.
Hands is always gonna pay off, and that's why, like for me, my favorite MCU film is Civil War. Civil War ranks really, really high for me. I think the stakes are outrageously high. Yeah, like with all the stuff going on, bro. You killed my mama and my daddy, bro. It's like it's like. And there's it establishes Panther, it establishes Spider-Man, it has all these things, but the reason I bring it up is there was hand-to-hand in there. When you see T'Challa with nothing on, just him and the Winter Soldier, like, hey man, what's popping, bro? Like,
Yeah.
like,
What's
like
happening?
even like the elbow strikes from old girl, it's like, nah,
Black
that's
Widow.
like unnecessary brutality. Even Tony's in there fighting, but he just got like a little glove, a little watch glove.
Just a little bit to go.
A little watch glove. He ain't got much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Crazy enough, that man took a bullet to the face with his
Right.
glasses. That shit was wild.
Yeah, man.
When a soldier straight had to bow, he's oh, what, did he shoot you?
Right.
What
Right.
the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
But
man.
like I said, you do need that. You need because like even with like what I love about Captain America's like his movies is again, everything doesn't have to feel the same thematically, right? So when I'm thinking about Captain America and what he actually dealing with Shield and Hydra and everything, like I like that they lean in on espionage and leaning in on that type of level because it's like that's exactly what it is, right? But like I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then if you give me Guardians of the Galaxy, yes, I need to see blasters fly. Like, give me the spaceship because that's what it's fit for. So that
Absolutely.
the main thing that, like I said, what Will said is the layers. Understand who your heroes and villains are, and understand what your setting is, and keep it within there. Don't try to say, okay, we're going to link them in. We got to figure out how Daredevil links up with, you know what I'm saying, with the Avengers so that he can also help and fight the Celestials. Like,
Right.
yeah, like I don't need. That's a team up that maybe it'll be me dope, but I don't necessarily need him to be in that fight.
But see, those layers that Will is talking about is why I kind of give Phase 4 a little bit of grace because I feel like we lost Chadwick. That was y'all plan. Y'all scrambling. Y'all trying to figure it out. Y'all kind of throwing stuff against the wall. We could all kind of feel it. Everything's not connected. Everything wasn't great. There's definitely some miscues, but everything also still had its own layer.
Yeah.
Like She-Hulk coming through that screen, I was like, okay, that's a ripple. This is a little outrageous, but Moon Knight's way over in another world. And I'm like, it might not have been paid off then, but once we get to Secret Wars, this might be very fantastic. You just see Moon Knight jump into the fight, and the other Avengers like, who is that? And Khonshu, I was like, oh, see, this might all be worth it. It's like, when Moon Knight got to have a conversation with one of the other Avengers, it's like, hey, bro, what's wrong with you? Why you? Deadpool keep talking to a screen, and he talking to himself, borderline crazy, changing personalities. This might be, this could be, it could be very interesting. It could also be very clunky and messy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but there's more layers now, even after Phase 4, because they went balls to the wall. Y'all was just trying shit, bro.
Well, Phase 4, to add to the giving them some leadway. The reason why I give them leeway because that not only that they really had to pivot twice because like I said they lost Chadwick and then they lost Jonathan Majors.
Yes,
like they had to pivot twice. So I mean, do I hope and wish they get back on track? Absolutely, but like fam, you take the two big plot points that you had that was going to drive the future of your engine. Yeah, shit's gonna be fucked up. Like.
But even to the point of that's why you say even in giving grace for Phase 4, it's what's also left behind, and I think they left more behind in a good way than it would have been of like with DC's DCEU. We're kind of like, all right, I would just rather forget about that.
Yes,
right.
If we start thinking about it, we're gonna be like, no, this is a very unfinished piece of product. But with Phase 4, they left us enough, and I think, which also is going to lead into the question I want to ask, in as far as connecting Daredevil in the street level to what's currently going on, we've managed to kind of reset ourselves back to Earth in this first 2025. Yeah. So, like even with Captain America, The New World Order, and Thunderbolts, these two films are a great way where Daredevil could start getting connected into the MCU.
Yeah,
because they're not they may have to deal with world issues, but nothing that's going to lead to space or anything like that. Like even with like Iron Man's first two films dealt with people around him. Even his third one, it wasn't until Avengers where the cosmic threat is what came through. Now we don't really have that. Like from what we're seeing, Captain America's fighting Red Hulk and the leader and some other ones. Meaning we're not finna get aliens at this time. We're not finna be in space. We're not focused on Thor right now. We don't get that till Doomsday and Secret Wars, and even that's really more coming from the multiverse.
Yeah,
so now we're back on Earth. So I want to know from y'all, as far as with Daredevil Born Again and it being the follow-up to Captain America New World Order, how do you see it connecting to the MCU? And how will even the ramifications of Captain America New World Order affect Daredevil?
Well, I'll keep it simple. And kind of go back to BT's point that he was talking about before we started recording. Justice League Unlimited, to me, they mastered having a multifaceted team, right? You have your leaders who are at the Watchtower or Avengers Tower or whatever, or Avengers facility, whatever the case may be. As the captain of that, if whatever you're dealing with, you got to know which team to dispatch, right? So I would like them to establish, like, okay, yeah, we do have a ground team, we have a cosmic team, we have, like, so in the event, whatever the situation is going that happens, that comes up in the Avengers, you might have to tackle it at multiple rings. So whoever's the leader at that time, whoever we establish is the leader of this new Avengers team, to be able to be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, Matt Murdock, such and such, such and such, I need y'all to go here, handle that, such and such, like, you know what I'm saying, like, really establish the team and the command levels, and I think that is the best way to make it work, because once you start pulling in characters just to pull in characters, just to get them to the big fight, that's when it starts seeming like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, why is that person here? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just they're just for the face value? Or, like I said, you establish that world and create it like, okay, we have threats going on, but I know who I need to grab from. I got this roster now. I know who I need to bring for what, and I'm using their powers specifically for, this mission in a case like that. That's how I envision it personally.
Yeah, I think one thing that Marvel has always done a really good job at is having understanding for their power sets.
Yeah.
The MCU specifically, right? Because if you're a comic book head, even if you watch the cartoons, then you know that there's a dynamic on the powers on what makes sense. Like when you're saying Thor fighting, you know what I mean? Or boy from Luke Cage, it's like, yeah, that from Cottonmouth, it's like that fight don't line up, because
right.
in the MCU, they've done a kind of nuanced job of like, okay, if you get hit with a punch from Widow, what does that look like? When Widow's totally in a bad situation, how can she get out of it no matter what the situation is? If she punches, it's like we've always kind of established that hands count, right? So when you see Widow at girl from Wakanda fighting the girl from from Thanos' kids, it's like, oh no, this is just, if you're swinging a sword at me, regardless of your super abilities, I can take a sword. It's like, and it kind of always made sense. So like with them, now that I have an understanding already that spoiler alert, I guess, that they've already said that no, Falcon probably not gonna be able to beat Hulk. He just needs to. He's not here to stop him. He's here to survive. I said, well, that makes sense, because Falcon shouldn't be able to beat Hulk. So it's like, if y'all are already there, I'm in it, and I have a higher appreciation than I think most people do. Well, not us, because we're the blacks. I feel like that underlying story that was going on in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show was solid, bro. The idea that the first Cap was a black man that they were just experimenting on, and he don't really like what happened. I was like, hey, this is great. This is borderlining on Black Panther and African Americans arguing with Africans thing. This is great. So if you gonna give me Isaiah Bradley and and Sam really conflicted with, as a black man, I don't know if I'm Captain America per se. Like,
so I got a question.
Captain America question mark?
So I do got a question about that. Is it because he's also unsure that you still call him Falcon? Because I find that, so I agree with you 100%, but I feel like even us as black people, we still haven't conformed to calling him Captain America. He is Captain America, but we all still call him Falcon. And I wonder, is it because the character is also not sure?
Well, we've been through this. It's because Falcon is not relatable to us. He looked like us, but we don't relate to him. So, and then even too of how they presented him when he became Cap. We've talked about this before. He had the worst introduction of showing his suit. It was in a place where he flew in, it was all red, and then we finally revealed he's wearing the Captain America suit. I'm like, this was the most trash entrance to show like, this dude is about to become the face of America, and that's how y'all did him. And then, but again, like you said, though, giving grace to Phase 4, I will give them this. There was a lot that they had to pivot in making that story. Because in the original story, because COVID happened, there was a different way that story was going to be told for that, and they couldn't use that. So they had to make a lot of changes. So that's why I was like, I don't shit too hard on Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But we didn't also get a lot of the stuff that we want to see that I hope we see in New World Order, which is the thing of, do they accept this? Are y'all going to show racism now within this? Because of him in the face. But I see that. I think it's going to hint to that because of what gave it away for me was his suit, his new suit. So the original one that's like white that he's wearing, I think he gives that up because of the fact that Americans don't fuck with him, at least the government wise, and he goes to Wakanda.
Absolutely.
His shit and gets his shit.
Now stay there, because here's something else. There's another life nuance that Marvel did really good at. When we saw that first Iron Man movie, one of the things that was very prevalent is when he would go to the Middle East and he was fighting stuff over there and weapons and so on and so forth. At the time, in real life, there was like, it was still that tension was still there with America and the Middle East, like it always was. We might have been at war at the time. So, or if not, we was very close to it. It was like very close to like Bin Laden or something like that. Like it was all, it felt kind of synergistic. And if that's the case, with it being inauguration day, with our president being a little, you know what I mean, people having however they feel about the president, if they start establishing that kind of stuff in this movie that drops in a few weeks, we in a beautiful world. We are. We in a beautiful spot.
And I think you should reflect that. I don't think it needs to go as hard. Like especially the clip that we just put out on Straight Up Comic Book. I don't necessarily need to hear the racial tones in the movie. I don't need to hear the N-word drop by someone that doesn't think too fondly of us. I don't need to see that.
Right.
But I do need to see the certain unacceptance of him being Captain America.
Because about to call him boy.
I'll take that. I will take that. I will take that.
You think you are, boy?
And wait,
boy, I don't need you saving.
Just to add stats to what BT was saying. So you were 100% correct. We was in the middle of the war with Afghanistan in that time when Iron Man came out.
Yeah, I know I wasn't going crazy, and I remember like that kind of stuff adds like a layer that can be dope, because 24 used to do that. Like you be watching 24, and it was like right as the president was, and sometimes they guess wrong, and you'd be like, y'all thought it was gonna be a woman. Nope. Like, but when you got all the information, it's like, oh, I don't know. So, and now with Daredevil following that up, and then Thunderbolts is like, we're very ground level. Even not for nothing, in 2 weeks, the Spider-Man's supposed to be ground level, the cartoon one.
Yeah, supposed to be back to the neighborhood.
Like you said, we back to the neighborhood. We back on Earth, because that was the biggest problem with Phase 4 is we didn't have no perspective from here, from Earth, because everything was like, it's been all spectacle for a while. It's like, yo, if there's no Cap and Tony was us, as it was the humans in this crazy thing going on.
Yeah.
As much as I love Rocky Raccoon, he a damn raccoon, baby.
Yeah, we still never got the perspective of somebody who dealt with the blip. Like, we seen bits and pieces of it and we can put it together, but that's a whole, bro, there was people, heroes, somebody operating during that whole timeline when people was blipped away. Even if you think about it, going back to Phase 1, they did immediately skip ground level. They went straight to big style. It's like, okay, yeah, we're not doing ground level.
We haven't seen a ground level perspective in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it was also too because of the Netflix thing. So they knew that this is around the time they were still trying to get all their stuff back. So this is like buying Fox, us still trying to make a deal with Sony, us getting our stuff back from Netflix. So they didn't want to start making that stuff. And then it's like, okay, we still got this promising content that we may be able to bring out. An example of Charlie Cox and him being Daredevil again. It's like, yo, no, like we think he's the perfect Daredevil. We don't want to recast him.
Right.
We want to be able to have him be in here. So it's like, we'll wait the whole street level just for a second until we get that situated. And I think that's a good time. But just like how you said, I think phase 4 didn't explain a lot of things for us as far as humans went of how does all this affect us? The blip, seeing aliens, Civil War, Captain America and the Avengers breaking up. And then, of course, you know, from what, 2019 to now, we still ain't talking about this damn hand.
Well, apparently that's supposed to be coming up in the Wakanda series.
Yes, it's coming in Wakanda series. It's coming in Captain America. So having like and to answer back to your question, like you were saying, Will, having those two worlds connect, I feel like it's going to be a fairly easy transition because even Daredevil is impressive.
Yes,
he's. I never really saw it like that until, I mean, literally when I started rewatching, I was like, wait, is Daredevil our Batman? Like, I was like, I think he's our Batman, bro. I was like, because it's always kind of been given to Tony, or the comparisons have been for Panther, and I was like, no. If you're talking human handling their own hands, criminals,
even his mental,
Even the influence. The one thing that I get the comparison with like T'Challa and Tony, but that was just more so money and knowledge.
That's it.
It's the thing that they missing. Batman invoked fear into the criminals of Gotham.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They didn't fear Iron Man, they didn't fear T'Challa, but they feared the fuck out of Daredevil.
Right.
and T'Challa and Iron Man only come out for the big stuff. Like Batman was the world's greatest detective. That same thing is really Daredevil. Daredevil comes at it from a lawyer's perspective, though.
Like when he can't handle the justice in the courtrum, then he'll get in the streets.
Exactly.
He Dexter.
He Dexter.
He might be a real nigga.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I can see him just like I just this is face paint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, and he's and I'm joking, but I'm not, because in that first in season 1. When he gets the other case, and first of all, he's taking the case based on heartbeats. Nah, you lying. We don't want to rep nobody like that. Then he changed about 6 episodes. He's like, no, we taking this case. No. This guy's clearly guilty. He's like, no. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
What you say, bro?
Speaking of which, though, yeah, even on season 1, I learned rewatching this. Foggy and Karen ain't shit.
Right.
I've learned this watching this fucking season. They ain't shit. All right.
Wait, why?
Because one, Karen got that black dude killed. Foggy got that Hispanic lady that they were trying to kick out of the apartments, got her killed. He was like, no, we're going to fight this case. We're going to do it for Mrs. Cardenas. And it was like, bro, do you know who you messing with? They will pop her. He got a hole in her wall. And then Foggy just makes me mad because of how he acts with shit. Like when he found out Matt was Daredevil, and the way he was coming at him, I was like, yo, this is what, even the BT's point, I was like, this is where you could tell like the real nigga wanted to come out of Daredevil. Because he was like, how many fingers am I holding up? And it's like, yo, who the fuck you talking to? Like,
right,
bro, that's a trope in comic books. That's the one trope that I hate. Because listen here, if BT came on today and was like, hey man, I just want to let y'all know I'm Batman, I'd have been like, oh shit, my nigga. I hate that trope of people being upset. Like, how dare you did it? I'm like,
so wait, you've been lying to me this whole time? Like, wait. Well, like he had Daredevil. Had every time I told a lie, that means you knew it and you just went along with it and got more mad. It's like, wait a minute. First, why are you lying to me?
Right.
Let's start there. Like, as a friend, why are you lying to me for what?
Bro, even if the concept of it, like, bro, I'm a regular nigga, right? If BT tell me he Batman, and I'm like, wait, so that was you fighting Bane and Joker and shit? He's like, yeah, but I didn't tell you because if they figured out you was my homie, they gonna kill you. And I'm like, you right? Good looking out. Because you know
the word.
Right.
So
I'm like, yo, who else know?
Yeah. Right. So yeah,
I get the random question, be like, so how you pee in that suit when you out? Like, I'm gonna start asking shit like that. Hey, what that cake made out of? Like, is it rubber? Is it a? Because I never want that. You shoot and just fly. Like, you see about motherfucker
money. Did you ever hit Catwoman on the roof?
Well, I know. This may be a little too much information. Can I wear the suit? Like, can I try on? Like, we kind of the same size almost.
Man, my girl get a kick out of this shit, bro.
Like, I know I can't tell people I know you, but can you like just come and help me one time
right.
in the suit?
Hey, let me get a picture. Let me get a picture about Batmobile for the niggas on Instagram.
And you know what's crazy is that's why we appreciate Spider-Man so much. Because his boy was like, oh shit, you Spider-Man.
He was ready to help. He was ready to help. He was like, yo, you didn't tell me before. I could have been.
He knows Spider-Man. He's like, hey, bro,
I'm trying to help you get bitches,
right,
man. You know, Spider-Man. That's how you got Zendaya. He was like, yo, that's all his homeboys doing right there. You got Zendaya because of that. He was like, yo, he knows Spider-Man. You'd have never started this whole line to get to her. But I will say this, and just let me get y'all opinion before we move into the next segment. The way I feel like they could tie all of this in together with what they currently doing, and they kind of showed this in the trailer, in my opinion. I just want to know if y'all may have caught it. The perfect way to tie them in with Captain America, Thunderbolts, and whatever is coming, Wilson Fisk.
Oh yeah.
Wilson Fisk is what's going to tie all of that stuff in, because we've seen what he could do in shadows. You being the mayor and no one's really paying attention to you like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, this man got to be on some new shit.
Right.
Got to be, especially after watching Daredevil season 3 and to see how he did the government.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing about Wilson Fisk is that his ambition is what leads him, right? So that, you got to think like, right now, he's the mayor, but he's still conflicted because he still wants to rule the underbelly of the world and everything like that, right? At some point, he's going to realize being the mayor is not the power enough to give him what he wants to rule. And then that's when he becomes a worldly threat. Like, that's generally the timeline arc of most major villains. Like, they start off loco, and then as they continue to go, their ambition gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Right. And then you get introduced to some alien technology. Now Wilson Fisk has at his disposal something that's unworldly, that needs the Avengers' attention or something like that.
But now let's think about that, though, because at that point in time, from the one we're seeing, none of that was necessarily tied in.
Oh, yeah, not yet.
You mentioned some things and stuff like that to show, like, okay, hey, it is a little part of the MCU, but they barely really said anything. Now, since it's now canon and involved, you now have the effects of the first Avengers. You have Ultron. You have the snap. Right. You have all of this now implemented within here. So it's like, yo, Wilson may already be there on some, I'm going for a world level now, not just Hell's Kitchen. Like, hey, man, I been there, done that. Now I'm on this now.
Right. And he's an intelligence is a superpower. It always has been. So if you can be cunning and intelligent, you can like, let's go back to the fight that don't make no sense. All right, Thor is face to face with Cottonmouth, right? Yeah, if it don't make no sense for them to fight straight up, but if Cottonmouth had the wherewithal to go kidnap old girl, and he said, hey, Thor, if you hit me, shoot shit at this
bitch. Also, too, since he black, the most common shit, hey, as soon as you come in here, cut that EMP on. Now you can't
absolutely
step out the suit now and let's talk.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like those kind of things. So if Fisk can figure out a way let's step out of Fisk. We also got to remember what Thunderbolt Ross did in Civil War. These human elements. Okay, so let me get this right. You can see it on Falcon's face, on Cap's face when he's like, "Hold on, bro. Y'all want us to sign what?
Y'all back on this shit again?
Y'all want us to sign the accord? Just like, hold on. You know what I mean?
Tell me who I get to go save?
Yeah, this is gonna be weird. It's like, hold on, you want us to sign what to do what? And now we know that they adding in that element. We know the way that this Captain America ends up amazing. If we establish a world where he is going out of his way to establish a new team, we got gold. Like we got gold for the people that don't believe.
Yeah.
All you need is Cap saying, "Well, I've been kind of watching," and boom, blankety blank character, boom. And I think when they did these final reshoots, that's what they were establishing.
Yeah,
and I think 4 does that. I think Phase 4 helped with that because you did leave a lot of folks that it's like, okay, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing these people stepping into the seat of the Avengers. Because remember, the old Avengers are done. We're not there no more.
We have no Avengers as of right now.
We don't have no Avengers right now.
Yeah, and so here's where I truly hope, because like that we lead up to, because I mean I know we're getting into Battle World and everything like that, but I think that to include everybody where it fits and everything, the one thing that we haven't seen yet in these successfully done, we haven't seen a villain team up to the level of the villain team up. Like, oh shit, we need the Avengers to fight, because you got to think, like I said, if they're the way that they did Kang, they removed Kang pretty much out of the equation and everything. They're establishing Dr. Doom. We also know that what's Julia Dreyfus's character name? I can't think of her
Valentina.
name. Valentina's there. Yeah, we got Valentina's there. We know Kingpin is being like, give us the big bad team up, because then that'll also help it make sense on why certain characters have to remain, street level, or certain characters, like how they come together. Because it's like, oh shit, we're not just dealing with one big bad, we're dealing with multiple people. We do need the knowledge of who's been fucking with Kingpin. Oh shit, Daredevil has. We need to know all about Kingpin as we can. Oh yeah, you know what, Thunderbolts Ross, his shit's going on. We already got Cap there, but then now we got the Thunderbolts. We really need to figure out what's going. Like, there's a way to bring everybody in, but we do need that villain team up.
So that's my thing. I think gonna happen where it's gonna change everything. I think the Thunderbolts are gonna become the Avengers. I think that's what
that asterisk mean.
I think that's what that asterisk is, and I think when it goes off, you'll see them like the typing thing where Thunderbolts goes away and then they type in Avengers. I think they're going to become the new Avengers, because if you think about it, all of them are there for that. Because we kept thinking about young Avengers taking over, but I was like, we may be pulling the trigger too soon with them. Mm-hmm. I was like, we need to look at the now, especially with Doomsday coming and then Secret Wars. Like, whatever the Avengers threat is, it has to lead to Doomsday. And you need someone who's chaotic enough to mess this up. And who better than the Thunderbolts, who look like they cannot keep it together as they do.
I wonder.
Doomsday.
So in my brain, I was kind of where you are, but I had them becoming the Dark Avengers. But I'm wondering. You basically have a collective of super soldiers to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
And I don't. If that's the team, it's missing some things. So it's missing some different different layers. You got a Widow in there. Okay, cool. Winter Soldier already knows the lay of the land. So it's just like, and Winter Soldier also knows him and Cap they're already tight. So that you're right. That phone call could just be the Bucky.
Yeah, that's it.
It don't even.
And the Russian Captain America gonna fall in line with Yelena anyway.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be good. And then now you could even tie it into where the new Hawkeye. That's where Yelena's like, okay, I'm cool because I me and her got that very awkward but funny relationship. Right. And then with Fist there, you have Daredevil who ties into She-Hulk. And then She-Hulk can join into the Avengers, which also leads to Wong helping with it. He don't have to necessarily be a part of it, but that's where you can also bring in Moon Knight if you need it. And then who else does Wong know?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, that was it. And then Shang-Chi. And then that's your Avengers.
See, so and I like where you're at. If Falcon can have a conversation with Wong, Daredevil, and Bucky, we good.
Yeah,
because that's kind of everybody. It was like because Bucky got all the Thunderbolts, he knows all of them. Wong knows all the people you just named, and and Daredevil knows all the Defenders, because oddly enough, if I'm going through and saying in the MCU who have been some of the best castings, with Tony obviously. I think Cap is pretty easily said. Daredevil's probably in that top 3 to 5, bro. Daredevil, I mean, that's Cox is like great.
Yeah, I agree on there. He solidified that, and that's why. But here's the thing: that's why even with this Born Again trailer, I thought it was interesting that they like the two people that they kept that we seen confirmed was the most vicious people. We saw Frank Castle and we saw us there.
Castle probably number 4.
Yeah.
Yep. And I guarantee he gonna show up in Thunderbolts. Frank is gonna definitely show up in Thunderbolts.
He probably number 4, and I ain't not for nothing. I think I don't hate the Luke Cage casting.
Me either. No, me either.
That was gonna be my question too. So we saw some hints of that. Do you think that they bring back some of the folks from the Netflix era? Do we get Luke Cage back? Do we get Jessica Jones back?
I think
Luke
for sure. I think Luke for sure, because they showed his shop. Like we saw, you know what I'm saying, his base of operation, and you know what I'm saying, I Jessica Jones, where the character she killed it as Jessica Jones, and I can see them bringing it in.
Never forget she showed them titties. The only Marvel titties we've seen. We never got to see Scarlet. We got to see them titty balls, and I got to give you love. We saw she got dug out.
Yes, yes,
she
did. She got dug
work.
Out by a black. That work. They broke the headboard and the bed.
Yeah, but I don't see them rushing to bring her in. I see her being. I don't see them rushing to bring her in. Unfortunately,
I see it as cameos, but I think it'd be a while before we get another season of them. I think they want to see how Daredevil works street level wise.
Yeah.
For the rest of these, I think it's a good thing to say like, "Hey, this is our introduction to let you know the rest of these street levels are here." Because the one thing I want to see, I do want to see Luke Cage back. I want to see Jessica Jones back. The one thing I like to see them do, and I just don't know if they'll pull it, but I feel like they would because of What If, and we're going to jump into that in a little bit. They give us the Asian Iron Fist. Not Danny Rand, but the other one.
Yeah.
If you saw What If season 3, remember the kid when they went?
The kid. Yeah.
I think he may be alive here already in that MCU, and I would not mind them.
I wouldn't. We need to retcon. We need to retcon Iron Fist anyway. So I'm okay
with that. Bring him in and kill him. Bring him in and kill him.
I'll take that, and then they pass on the old boy.
Yeah, I feel like Secret Wars is gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be like 3 or 4 different versions of a few characters, and when it's all smoke and done, some people gonna be killed off. We're gonna reestablish this new world, and now we're gonna see what's left. And it's like
that's what I want to know with y'all. Just the because of that, and with Fantastic Four dropping this year, how do we tie that in? Because of the fact, like, we know they're technically in a different universe. That's what they're going to be focused on. They're not in our current MCU that we watch. They're in a different one. Right. And supposedly that's the Doom that we're going to get that leads to Avengers Doomsday, which is cast by Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. So
BT how do we... BT hit the nail on the head, because you got... So as much as we love MCU and we give them grace here and there, it's a mess right now. Unfortunately, it is a mess right now. And the only way to get it back is to reset it some way. And the only way that makes sense, again, it is leading up to that battle war world, having different versions of characters, and then people die. And then moving forward, we establish who the new main MCU characters are. That's literally the only, because anything else is going to feel like we're going to poke holes in it. We're going to poke holes in it no matter what. So the only way is get everybody together like some toys, make them fight, and then now, all right, these are the mains. Yeah, we have to establish it that way.
The good thing is, though, we've done it before. So, like, we've seen this before. There is an example to getting this right, and it's Days of Future Past.
Yes.
And that that ended up being a payoff. That's why I'm not really that worried. I'm like, no, we all saw Days of Future Past. We saw Fox really mess this up. We saw them make some necessary corrections, and we saw y'all put everybody in, reestablish, clean up the mistakes. Cyclops can't die, stupid. It's like
that was
y'all cleaned it up.
That was
we're gonna kill Cyclops.
Well, remember, you got to remember, this is coming from a guy who also told all of them to not read any of the Marvel comic books,
right,
or X-Men. So it didn't surprise me that he did that.
Because see, now remember I told you something, and now you just hit it on the head. We gotta always factor in that human element. Do I think Luke Cage gonna show up? Yeah, I don't think he got better. No, I ain't seen him. He ain't on no big show. He ain't got shit to do. He
was on one called Evil, but they just wrapped. So
they done, baby. He just sitting around the house. Jessica Jones ain't got nothing to do.
She's on a show too. But again, Jessica Jones.
Marvel called,
it's like, hey, I'm gonna take these 4 months.
I got stuff to do, baby. With that being said, go ahead.
I gotta hear me out with this now that y'all done said all that though. I don't think Earth 616 is gonna survive after Secret Wars.
I don't either. I think we'll have a new world.
Yeah. I think because of incursions, I think we're gonna lose all of those. I think it's gonna low key kind of move into like how they do Crisis on Infinite Earths. I think we're gonna lose all them universes and go back to one full sacred timeline. And I don't think 616 is going to survive. I think we're going to land in one that has mutants.
But here's the thing. That's why I'm okay with it. Like I was okay with the world that they established in the MCU and Earth 616, but once you started showing me the alternative timelines and all the other things and the possibilities, and I'm like, well, shit, y'all kind of painted yourself in a corner. Respectfully, you had to work with what you had to because the license and shit like that. But now that you got full reins, let's put a cap on Earth 616. Let's move forward to the new world. It's like it's the new 52. It's it's like we see this in comic books all the time. It's like, all right, we done that, and that's why, like, the way I've always looked at the MCU, and I tell people all the time, like, you will enjoy the MCU way more if you view it this way, is if you view it as a comic book run. Where certain things are canon events, right? Certain things are going to be 1v1, but for the most part, we are seeing Kevin Feige or the Russo brothers, whoever you want to say, mapped out this. We're seeing their comic book run. So now we have to get to a point where the comic book run resets and we start anew. And so, like I said, I'm A-okay. If we lose Earth 616, I'm not so like, not my Earth. Like, no, fuck it. Let's go. Let's move forward because I do want to see the other team-ups that we've been hoping. I do want to see the Avengers versus X-Men. I do want to see Wolverine, with Iron Man and the bickering there. I do want to see, like there's a whole Deadpool and Spider-Man. If we're talking about trying to make it make sense in this world, yes. Do the battle world, blow it up, and then let's establish the new and let's move forward. That's to me.
I've always had this working theory on some hear me out of at some point in time we have to establish darker, scarier stuff too. We've done we can't keep going back to space. We got the galaxy. We now got the multiverse. The next layer for me has always been darker. You got Werewolf by Night. I want my Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
And I've been Will, I have a theory. Back to the human element. If you slandered my brother, you slander. I think the thing that's wrong with Blade is Mahershala.
You haven't heard my theory on this Blade thing, have you? Of how we get the Midnight Suns?
Well, hold on. I want to hear BT's though.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, I want to hear this though.
I agree with you. Mahershala is messing up Blade. I think he's way too involved. I think the way that they announced him has gave him a certain level of power, and it's almost back to Norton's Hulk, where he said yes and no, and this ain't good enough. It's like, bro. Yeah. If the movie's not good, that's fine. It doesn't matter. All you got to do is kill it as the role, and that's gonna be it. And the problem is, he's looking up at a statue that he don't think he can compete with. He was like, but Wesley it's got to be that good. It's never gonna be that good. You're not Wesley, because that story. I watched Blade not too long ago. The story's
it's okay.
It's not great. It's just Wesley's great. He's just making it cool.
That is true.
He's killing vampires. The action sequences is great. He's saying cool shit, and we happy. Establish the character and put him in. Like same thing with Venom. The movie's but I like Hardy as Venom. It's like all we got to do is get you in, and then we'll fix it later. The first cap's okay, but by the time we get to Winter Soldier, they start fixing things. I think he has too much say-so, because the only thing that's been staying out of all this stuff that's been going on with all these cancels and back and forths with Blade is him. We'd have been through 3 directors, 4 writers. You the problem.
Damn, I didn't even look at it that way. Shit. I got no rebuttal against that. And
I don't know Mahershala, so I don't have no reason to hate on him, but I do want my Blade, and bro, it's been like,
but I wouldn't say
8 years.
I wouldn't say it's hate, BT, because like I said, you do have that. Like, I think where Daredevil, where Deadpool succeeded, I think there's a lot of actors who believe that that's the model for success. Be so connected to it that you are the reference and that you get that say so also in, we got to do it this way because this is this character. I know this character in and out. When in reality, Deadpool was an anomaly. That being able to force a studio to put out something that you like that, and then turn it to this big mega thing where the actual main company is like, okay, no, we want you over here with us. That is not the norm. And I think that, like you said, I can see Mahershala saying like, well, I'm trying to do the Ryan Reynolds.
You got to be better. It's not good enough. I can see him he coming off that Oscar win. This isn't good enough. It must be better. And like what Will just said. Look at all the worlds that we've established. Look at all the toys we got to play with. Even the dysfunctional ones, they exist. She-Hulk over there twerking with Meg. You know what I mean? Moon Knight over there doing whatever he's doing. But he's here. You ain't even here, bro. Nah. You're not even here. And it's been like 7 years. Because if he was established, you got another layer. You got another ripple. But you've been so focused on trying to. All right, cool, bro. And once it's rated R and you killing vampires, nobody cares, bro. Just shoot the film, fam. If it's bad, you'll be fine. We love Blade enough that we will make another.
Yeah, but I think to your point, that's why, because of who you have. And then now that we also saw him in Deadpool, your stock really dropped even more. Because and even to your point of what you just said with that, how I'm about to explain this to you, gonna show you why it's like, hey. Nah, bro, we don't need Mahershala. I see why you, man, because we don't need you. Here's how you get to Midnight Suns. And Midnight Suns could have an Avenger-level movie.
Yes.
Now, what I said was Blade doesn't need a movie. Blade needs a series. Blade needs a series with at least 13 episodes. I said, and this is how you tie all of this in, because everything is there that you need, and Blade just has to be the anchor. So this is what I said. When the snap happened, imagine this. The snap also killed off half of the vampire population. And they didn't return because technically they're dead. So when they snapped, they lost more than they lost half their population. Because of that, their shit started depleting. So now you have, I think it was the Blood Coven. So the Blood Coven has decided that they're going to make this drug that when airborne, it can make people basically turn into vampires.
Yes,
so they're airborne virus. Their location, New York City.
Right.
This is where it leads Blade to. And so in order to try to find them, where he connects with is Luke Cage. Why? Because Luke Cage can't be bitten. So this is where you start to get this help. And then to enter in that to help him even further is Elsa Bloodstone.
Right.
So Bloodstone is already connected to these vampires, which again, she's a current member of the Midnight Suns who also knows Man-Thing, who is also a current member of the Midnight Suns. Yep. Elsa Stone also is in connection with Wong and Doctor Strange, both of them in the Midnight Suns currently, as well as
by night.
Yeah. Yep, and all it takes is this to go get Moon Knight. So the way you tie this in is the blood. You already have majority of them. Iron Fist can be somewhere, and if you decide you want to use Tom Holland Spider-Man, you could. But I know it's Scarlet Spider in the comic books right now.
Right.
And then that can also set you up to give us and introduce us to the crumbles to Ghost Rider. When y'all decide to cast him. But the biggest story to tie all that in, the Blood Coven creates this, and their big bad that's trying to get them to do it is Lilith.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I just wanted to add one thing. To your defense, too, even if you can't afford to get Tom Holland, if you don't like, I'm saying how, Tom Holland shit is all mixed up, you can still give a Scarlet Spider. You established that the Spider-Verse is in the MCU, and there was a Scarlet Spider in there. For this one run, bring in that Scarlet Spider. I feel like everybody would be like, oh my God, we got,
But just give us Andrew, bro. He's sitting right there.
He's right there.
That's it right there, though. I'll take that. I would take that Spider-Man. I would take that Spider-Man. And then Blade's other villain in there can be Brother Voodoo. But then it switches up. But that's how you introduce Luke Cage, too. But their big bad for them, the general, is Lilith that's controlling them to start doing that. But the one behind all of it, Mephisto.
Right.
And then that's how you get Midnight Sun.
Which is comic in Riri's joint.
Yes.
So
Mephisto
now, mind
is
you,
very bad.
and it was in the Agatha, because you already got witches, we already got wizards, that we already got werewolves. We've mentioned vampires a few times.
Yes, we have.
Cap did. He said the big for me. Werewolves.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, I honestly believe, like you're saying, bro, with Wesley being back, you're making it worse on yourself. Like, I don't know what he's saying. And there's a world where I wouldn't in none of these conversations, I can't blame him, but he's the only common denominator. And y'all remember what that thing happened with Norton, and they was like, bro, you can't have this much power. It's like that I love you, Mahershala, but you ain't never did no franchise like this. This kind of stuff don't even exist, bro. Hush. Let Feige do what he do. If he greenlighted, it's fine. We will fix it later. We all watched that first Captain America. It was like, no, that was cool. It was good. It was good. Bro, but when he came back in Winter Soldier, we was like, okay, Cap. That first fight scene, we was like,
they top 5 movies is Winter Soldier.
Think about it this way. The last Thor was so ass, but nobody blamed Chris Hemsworth. Nobody said, get him out of my MCU. We was like, I mean, he worked with what he had to work with. Like, Mahershala, we know you a great actor. We ain't nobody,
good, bro.
Like, just do your thing. If the movie's ass, we gonna blame it on the writers and the directors. We gonna be like, hey, get him a better director.
I be establishing this like with ladies. I be telling like girls that I'm cool with. I would say, listen, man, sometimes you just gotta smash just so you can get in the situation. I was like, you ain't giving up no box, baby. Sometimes you gotta get in, because once y'all smash it, now y'all actually have something. You arguing from a place with no power. You ain't even did nothing. You gotta get in the club. You not here, bro.
You ain't even in the club.
You ain't even
in the club yet.
It's like, because and that's like even what you were saying, like with Jessica Jones or these actors that aren't so established at such a high standpoint, is kind of better because it allows Marvel to do Marvel. Actors, all I need you to come do is come kill it, bro.
Yep.
I don't need you having all this say so. Hush.
No.
Just let us trust.
Let us figure out. Yeah, let us figure out what we want from you too. Like, it's like, yo, like, let us see what it looked like. Let us see the world first. Let us see the casting, and then let us tell you. Because it's not like we're gonna tell you, hey, don't you ever make Blade again.
Yeah. Right. It's never gonna happen, bro.
It's never gonna be that.
Bro, it's never gonna happen, bro.
Look at it this way. We are all creative ass people. We all have our hands in everything. We all know how to we know how to edit, we know how to shoot, we like and everything like that, right? So we can do a whole production. But however, when you are able to focus on your one task and let the professional their one task is, there's a lot of times, majority of the times, you get the best. There's very rare times that you have to step in and be like, no, let me throw in my expertise. And that's the same thing. Like, I get it, Mahershala. You may be well knowledge of this, and you may have been super invested in this. However, that is not always needed. You got to trust in the people that's their job to do, and take it as that.
Bro, he got a hush, bro. He gonna end up Terrence Howard.
Yes.
You got a hush,
I think it's done, but I think it's done though, because you took so long, and we saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Not everybody wants Wesley,
bro. And Wesley, his line didn't help. There's only one Blade. There's always be one Blade. Like, bro, that did not help at all for the future of Blade.
Hey, listen, I don't know if Mahershala got one of the things that made Blade really work was the hand-to-hand combat, because Wesley got hands. So it's like, you already getting older. I've been saying this, and don't nobody believe me, don't nobody agree. The boy from Trevor Jackson, I don't hate Trevor Jackson as Blade, because he got a real martial arts background. And that Superfly movies, whatever, but he got a real, he's young. He could do it for a long time. He already in Disney with all the Blackish stuff. He right there, bro. He tall. I like Trevor,
and that's that he can run that for 10 years.
Yes, he
can. And he a black belt, bro. He a real black belt.
And what's crazy is he's the actual skin tone of the original Blade. Like the ones you saw in Spider-Man, that's how Blade looked. We switched him up when Wesley did it, because it's like, yo, okay, we're gonna make him look like that. But the original with the brown jacket, yeah.
Mahershala, you have my grace if this whole time you've been studying martial arts. If you've been studying martial arts to make that believable the whole time in sword work, then cool. Other than that, bro, you ain't gonna be Wesley, bro. So put the movie out.
How you make him drop to number 3 like that? Damn. Because now I want Trevor more than I want Mahershala. Like again, like you said, Mahershala gonna give the acting chops, but like Trevor as Blade, bro, that's 10 years right there.
Bro,
He
I was watching Superfly
that.
and I was like, yeah, this movie is BS and the white coats is nonsense. But I believe him as a fighter.
And the haircut, him with the Blade haircut.
Hey man.
Oh,
hey,
that's
bro.
that's
hey man.
That's you own something with that one. You own
man. Go look at some of them action scenes from Superfly. You like, no.
Yeah.
His hand to hand is dead nice, bro. He's a real martial artist, and you establish that. Because all you gotta do is when that universe come, give us 3-4 blades. We'll fight this out in the park. Come on, all the blades. Let's see what happens.
I just want them to pan up, and Daredevil just hunched over on the building like, I think most of them did.
Hey, but you know what? So going BT's route, because I agree with that. Hey, if you want to give us the black trinity of black kung fu masters, Blade was that dude. He was trained by Jamal Afari. Man, make that Michael Jai White.
Hey.
Listen, man.
Hey,
number 4. Don't call Jai White because now he number 4.
Michael Jai White could play Blade too. Yeah. That'd be boy.
Come on, bro.
Hey, listen.
I just don't. I'm like, because I'm getting irritated at this point because I'm realizing with all these toys to play with, once we get to Secret Wars, everything's a go, bro.
Yeah.
You know how beautiful it'll be if we sitting here watching Secret Wars, and I mean they reaching, bro. They be like, man, we need more help. This situation is crazy. They bring Quake in from Agents of Shield.
They really been talking about doing that.
Come on, Quake. Man. She here. Okay, boom. Moon Knight, Quake, She-Hulk, Agatha. I don't know. Let's go. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially after watching Endgame, like how we saw all them little small groups come together and stuff like that. It's like, you never know who gonna pair up. I don't know why we just, I swear I live in Gotham City, because I
was supposed to say, what is you dealing with, bro?
I don't go one day without hearing fucking sirens, and for some reason, it only be when I'm about to film. Every time I hit record on this, something gotta be happening. I don't know why. And we ain't got no Batman down here, so I'm just like, what the fuck is
happening? No Daredevil.
Or no Daredevil. We ain't got nobody but the police, and they are not great at their job, except just turning this fucking siren on and just being loud. Bro, for no reason. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on out there. They just park with the fucking sound on.
In your defense, it don't sound that bad on my side.
It don't sound bad at all. I just keep on seeing you do this.
Yeah, I can see you do
it. I don't know if it's hitting like that. And I'm just like, yo, they make great points. And all I can hear is this fucking siren going on. I'm like, please don't let this drown it out when I go look to do the editing and stuff.
Right.
And that's all you hear. And I'm just like, yo, I gotta get out of Gotham.
But on your point, bro, Fantastic Four, I feel like, again, we've seen this already. Fantastic Four works. It's very simple. Do the Incredibles, slightly different.
That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And it seems like they doing it too, because when you said that, now that I remember kind of seeing like the D23 trailer they pulled out, that shit really is live action Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
The city, the car, how they.
When you look at when I was watching Mrs. Incredible thick ass use her stretch powers, I was like, I ain't never seen Mr. Fantastic use a stretchy like this. Why is she using her stretchy good? She making her stretchy interesting.
Yeah, I was like, yo, she is. Hey, I know I ain't supposed to be
her
looking
stretchy.
She
all
working
right, Bobby. You hear me?
She was working them stretch.
Bro, the Pixar mom, that thing became because of her.
Yes. Well, we gotta still give respect to the OG mom, and that's Dexter's mom. That's the
Oh yeah.
She's not Pixar. She's not Pixar.
She not though. You're right. But I want to say she opened the door though. She opened the door
though.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy. Actually, too, the Pop-Up Girls teacher was thick. She has good to her too. I'm like, wait a minute. Who's doing this at Cartoon Network? Who is doing this? But yeah, so hopefully I just know we're very excited for, we know the big three that are coming out, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Captain America. All in all, it just looks like it's going to be a great 2025 for Marvel. I don't want to hear no more about, hey, y'all did this in phase 4. Now let's focus on right now. Let's focus
on the future. Yeah, what we got going on now and what's coming.
Yeah. But we are still gonna go back a little bit from the focus of now. I'm being a little critical because I still want to talk about What If. Season 3.
Yeah.
What If season 3 aired December. Last season of the series. I'm gonna ask it like this, so I don't jump too far. How do you feel of the ending of What If season 3 to wrap everything up? Did they stick the landing or did they drop the ball in wrapping up the series?
If this series was a Captain Carter story, absolutely. They wrapped that motherfucker up perfectly. But for it being What If, I feel like I don't they did not wrap. I'm like, where did we go here? We literally just leaned heavy into, well, let's just tell Captain Carter's story and finish this out. Which I'm okay with. Like, this series, What If, made me a fan of Captain Carter. I ain't gonna hold you. She's OP as hell. She be whooping ass. Like, I fuck with Captain Carter. I just don't like the you told me this is What If, meaning that we're gonna get What If for multiple things, but you gave me a Captain Carter story full and full. And that's where I was like, they didn't stick the landing for me.
For me, it's interesting. It's What If, right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It's a little tough for me when y'all start doing stuff that's not. It is What If. I get it. But once y'all start doing stuff that's not comic canon, I'll be like, okay, who is this little tribal girl? I let her rock. But then you gave me the Howard the Duck baby, and I was like, now, wait a minute now.
Thank you. Because I was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
I was as an episode and the adventure Howard and Darcy had, I was like, okay, that's a cool little one-off. That's dope. But for y'all to tell me this is what she like when she grow up, I'm like,
she gonna save the world now, and she a duck girl, and I'm like, hey man, come on, man.
I was just like, yo, what?
Howard don't have no power set, so it's like, Darcy,
and because she was born on a certain like day, and when something happened, it was like, well, first of all, why did that convergence happen to land on Darcy's pussy like that, and just make? And then where the rest of the people that got pregnant that day?
Yeah, that's a lot because I saw it as a way for them to establish characters in the MCU that didn't exactly exist. And it was like kind of cool, but it wasn't great. It wasn't necessary. And it was like, what? It's like, so that was the problem for me. I kind of tuned out. I watched it, but I didn't have nothing to care about. I'm watching Cap and I'm watching Storm, and that's where I'm existed because Captain Carter and Storm, but I'm like, I don't know nothing about these other two. These other two are like they major factors of the story, and I'm like, all right.
Now the Indigenous girl was dope. I was like, okay, if you're to introduce someone new and the way y'all set it up, incredible. I'll give you, I don't mind seeing her come back. What I didn't like is that we decided that, hey, let's make a British white woman the savior of the fucking universe.
Yeah,
like, I won't shit on your opinion about it, Deuce, because again, if you liked her, great. Me, on the other hand, I don't see how you getting away with all this shit just because you took some super soldier serum. Even Cap wasn't doing all the shit that she was doing, and it didn't.
She became the fucking Infinity. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. She's the most powerful being right now in the world.
And I'm like, that's what we did. We're gonna really make a white woman. Y'all just really got mad that y'all wasn't included in shit no more. And it's like, oh, we're gonna focus on her. And then it was just a lot of stuff that just made me uncomfortable. It's like, first of all, Storm would never work with you. Why would she work with British oppressors that fucking destroyed Africa?
Right.
She would never fucking work with you.
Right.
Dawn would kill you before any of it. Same thing with the indigenous woman. It's like, yo, there's no way we finna work with our oppressor and lead us.
Well, to her defense, she definitely was not abiding by the British rule. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. She was an ally. She was an ally, though.
But we just we lost sight of it when we decide that we're gonna put a story within this series.
Because who's the other character? It was the indigenous girl. It was the duck girl.
Nebula.
Nebula.
Now y'all doing the
Nebula was in
there? It's like,
wasn't it? She was the fifth
that
one.
was 4 of them, right? Birdie.
I thought it was 5 too. If it's 4, then those are the 4. But I thought it was 5.
I mean, Nebula got shown like in that first part, but I think it was just the 4 of them.
Yeah, man, I'm cool, bro. Y'all got 2 characters I don't care about, 1 character I love, and 1 character
And then that was my thing too. It was like in creating new characters and in trying to make a story within this series and go like, okay, we're gonna give the watcher a story. It's like there's so many other things that could have happened. Like you have so many other characters that stories could have been told of. Like you'll parade the black mutant around, but you won't show us any other mutants. You won't show us the rest of the X-Men, but you're gonna make sure to parade her around because you know that's what we want to see. And it's like, okay, well, if you're showing us that, where are the rest of them? You're gonna show us a clip of Spider-Man at the end, but we don't get no Spider-Man episode.
Right.
What the fuck is going on? So
where's Riri?
Where's Riri? Well, no, we saw Riri. Riri had a whole.
Saying, if y'all bringing everybody back, where's Riri?
And then what happened to her? Why wasn't she in it? Like, if anything, she got like Vision's powers and stuff now too.
Right.
Why would she not be helping? But it was just like I think y'all they lost sight of what this could have been, which was just do episodes of What If. Just that. We don't need a story within a story. We don't need to be highlighting anybody. Y'all should have just left it to, hey, we're doing multiple things of what this is, and we'll have the watcher telling you the story. Like, just look again. Tales from the Crypt. We never saw this old little motherfucker jump into these stories he was telling us. It was just like, hey, transition into this next one. Enjoy it. We ain't never see him make no cameos. That was it.
Well, yeah, because if you create an anthology series, you know, where it's just different stories, then be that. Especially the insult to injury was at the end when they showed us all the possibilities of what if. Like, bro, you don't think that we would have wanted to see Blade as Storm as Moon Knight, bro? Give me that episode. Like, what the fuck?
All of these. So that's what I want. That's what I want to move into. So like our segment for this with talking about what if, we're moving into phantom fiction, and so I wanted to know, especially from y'all, what ifs would you have liked to have seen them do? So like I'll throw out one for an example. I would have loved to seen a what if Charles never met Magneto.
And they not friends. They ain't got nothing.
They not friends. They never met each other. Or even to add to it, what if Charles agreed with Magneto?
Ooh, I like that too.
I like that.
Those are both tough. Because the only reason that they don't go full out against each other is because of that love they have for each other. You take that away, sheesh.
That's it. Or if Charles decide, like, you know what, fuck humans, you right. It's brotherhood all day.
Right.
What if Killmonger fully won and never lost the throne?
What if Killmonger became Black Panther and took them to the stars and went to go also conquer the universe? Like Wakandans in space?
Like a Wakandan Ravagers?
No, that's crazy.
That'd be fine.
They had them ships. Yeah. And I think in season 1 of What If, we saw the ship in space, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that'd be wild. Shit, that'd be wild.
I mean, what's one do you have, Deuce? Well, no, you said the Killmonger. BT then. BT, what's one?
Man, they did so much. I like a what if with like maybe what if Punisher had powers? Like what if Punisher was Hulk?
Jeez.
What if he actually didn't need them guns? And he would
That'd
just
be
totally
crazy.
nah, killing's fine.
Nah, what if he also had guns too?
Yeah.
That was like gamma inspired.
Gamma guns? Got the
Gamma
got
guns?
the Gamma Draco? Bro, he pull up with the Gamma Draco, bro. He going crazy.
Right.
Yeah. The gamma blicky is insane.
The Gamma Blicky.
That's wild. Yo, I'd watch that. I would watch that. What's another one? What if the snap killed Thanos instead of everybody else?
Oh.
What if Madison with a Y got the Darkhold?
I'm all here for that. I'm all here for more Madison. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, she was supposed to be in Agatha. She was supposed to be one of the people on the Witch's Road in Agatha, and they just couldn't make it happen.
That's cool. For what Agatha was. All right, yeah, that'd have been a little much, but I definitely need me some more Madison. I need
Madison with a Y, but it's not where you think it is.
What's Spider-Man's best friend name?
Ooh,
In the
oh, fuck his name.
Oh shit! Why is it? It's not. Damn it!
I would have loved a love story between him and America Chavez, established in the school for wizards.
Ooh. Oh, that'd have been dope. Yeah, if he went to wizard school.
Yeah, because he has already figured stuff out, and America was figuring stuff out too.
Ned.
Ned and a love story with Ned and America established in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah. Ooh, that would have been dope. Dang.
There's so many worlds that they could have went into.
Yeah. Like it's just like it's just a whole bunch. Oh, like yo, what if X-Men 97 is really canon of the MCU?
Oh God, that's right there.
That's
right there, bro.
That would have been perfect for what if, because it's like, all right, you can do it just animated. You know the world wants this to happen. Just give us a what if real quick. Yeah. Just knock it out. Like you said, you know that. Oh, that would have been clean. Because we could have got that X-Men versus Avengers actual fight.
Mm-hmm. And the one I'm so upset that they never gave us that they should have done in what if Isaiah Bradley was the only Captain America? Like it worked. It only worked on him. No Steve Rogers, just Isaiah Bradley.
What if Thor's daughter would have been the actual Infinity that switches everything? Or what if Thor's daughter? What if Thor's daughter and Franklin Richards destroyed the world? Just playing, just had some kids, just messing stuff up.
Ooh, dang. That's tough.
Yeah, there's so many worlds we could have played with, bro. That
what if Scarlet got a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh, Scarlet Witch?
What if Scarlet Witch got a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet?
It's over. That's over, bro. That's overkill.
That's a wrap.
There's nothing you can do with that.
Sheesh.
But wait. It has to happen after WandaVision, though. She has to have that trauma. Yeah. So she could be crazy.
What if the Infinity Stones affected? There was only one set that affected all the multiverses.
Oh wow! What if there was only one set of Infinity Stones?
Yeah, as opposed to the multiple sets and for each universe.
Yeah.
So that snap is multi-dimensional.
Yeah. Oh, what if Deadpool broke the multiverse? I don't even know what it's about. Just something he did. Just
broke.
What if Nick Fury got converted to Hydra?
Oh, that boy cooking. That boy cooking over there.
Oh, shit. Bro.
That boy dropped the bouillon cubes. He's stirring it slow.
Dog, if Nick was Hydra.
If Nick was Hydra, oh my god.
If Nick was Hydra the whole time is crazy.
Damn.
If Nick was Hydra the whole time is crazy work.
That's wild. You know what I'd also like to see? What if Iron Man didn't survive in Afghanistan? What if he didn't make it? Like, what would have happened?
Right. What happened?
Because that arms wars would have been still going.
Yeah. I'd like, yeah, that'd have been dope too.
Not for nothing. I think they scrapped Armor Worlds because things was getting very, very black. I think it would have been a lot. We had a black Captain America. We got basically now a black Iron Man. Yeah, Blade would have been on time. We would have had a black Blade. Y'all talk about bringing in Miles Morales. It's like, hey.
Listen.
Hey, that's my comment.
Look,
we got a black.
We gave it to you. Right? Captain America's black, Falcon's Hispanic. Listen, y'all gotta save some room for us.
Yeah,
hey, come on, man. Part of me believes that they a little bit salty that they like the only time that they was like nominated for awards was Black Panther. They're like, nigga, we done did all this and y'all only took out one black property.
Right.
But I will say this: that's karma for you because that's what you get for not giving Black Widow a toy when they started making Avengers. That's for your ass. Right. Because y'all wrong for how y'all did Scarlett Johansson as Black
Widow.
Widow.
And then, like I said, her movie was such a It was such a man. Like it's like, fam, like y'all wasted this whole property and this character because what? Misogynistic?
Right. When y'all needed a human level character.
Mm-hmm. When she would have been perfect. She'd have been perfect for it.
Because when everything was going down, she was the only person that somewhat kept her wits about her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I ever told you my theory about how I thought this was my logic, and it's partially canon. If that Scarlet movie would have been a world where we saw you remember in the comics when they did the face swap with her and her sister do the face swap?
Yeah.
If they would establish back then to keep her safe, we're gonna do a face swap. Because in every movie that Scarlett was in, every movie, she tricks the audience.
Yep.
She always had a one-up on the audience. So what we would have saw was the reason Hawkeye couldn't go off the cliff because that you love this woman, but that's not who you think it is. So when she goes off the cliff, it was actually Elena, and then the new Elena that we see that's played by the new actress would have had all the memories of Widow. If she would have just had everything, because it's actually Widow, but she just got a new face because it's played by a new actress.
But even to what you just said with that, there's nothing that stops them from her just pulling that shit off.
Absolutely.
And it's her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And the whole time it was always like in the comics, it was a world where this happened. They did basically a face-off and they switched like full skin, had the full surgery, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, if you do that, then what we get is the Belova has all of Widow's memories. And every movie she was in, she did a trick. She did a trick on us in Avengers 1. She did it on she always had one up even on the audience.
Bro, like, even take it all the way back when she was established as Black Widow, we thought she was just Iron Man Tony's assistant.
Absolutely.
One of his people. Yeah. And then it comes out like, oh shit, wait, what? Yeah.
And that would have been her. That would have been like another one up. It was like, oh shit, Scarlett got us again.
My only issue with that, like I said, because I agree with you, I would love it, but I do like Yelena. I do like that character.
I do,
I love both of them. Then I'm like, damn it, why can't we have both?
No, I'm establishing like this would have been Elena. It would have been the new girl that's.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but she would have just had all the information of Scarlett, of Scarlett Johansson. She would just have all the past information.
She could tell Hawkeye like a whole thing that they went through, and it's like by detail. And it's like, how the hell you know that it's me, yo?
Right.
Me.
So that's why I'm almost like 95% positive that they're gonna bring her back in that battle world situation, because you got to think the big thing that is going to be, like I said, we are like they've already established like the trauma that people are gonna have to deal with. Like, you know, soon as Spider-Man sees fucking Tony as Dr. Doom, or like that's going to be a mind fuck, right? You got to think all the main characters, what's their mind fuck? The only thing that can fuck with Clint is going to be him singing fucking Scarlett Johansson. I mean, seeing
Fury too, though. Fury as well. Like
yeah. So it's like you got to bring her back to have that one moment of somebody like, oh my god, like you know what I'm saying? Like you got to bring her back for that.
See, but I don't want the Russos. I want that. We got to have those moments where, like you're saying, that I'm not going as hard as I should because you sure. It's not as hard to punch Tony. It's man, you want me Thor, like you want me to y'all sure y'all want me to if I would go full force, but it's like go full force, bro, he gonna kill you. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, do that. But I want y'all to bring it. I want it all here. It's Secret Wars, bro.
Yeah.
Give it all to
me. Go on. Dump the toy box out.
Yep. Yeah, I want to see Luke Cage's power set in this world, bro. I want to see what happens.
Bro, a Luke Cage versus Thor, just power versus power.
Right, an arrow hit Luke Cage, and you're like, bro, what are you doing? It just falls down.
I want to see all three Invisible Women from Fantastic Four.
Absolutely, I want to see Wolverine try to. Yeah, I want to see Wolverine try to stab Luke Cage, and it don't. He's like,
bro, I would.
Not even only that.
I would love to see the Calvary and Hugh Jackman fight.
Come on, bro.
But not even only that, bro. We still never got the Wolverine versus Hulk. That is an iconic fight.
Yes.
They say that's supposed to happen.
I think that's no.
That's of course that is supposed to happen.
But it has to be Norton's Hulk. I don't want to see him going against Ruffalo. I need him going against.
You need a Hulk.
Yeah, I need a Hulk. I need Norton. I need that Hulk, and I need Wolverine from Logan. I need vicious fight. I need both. That's what I need.
It's like if we establish all these different things, it's like, bro, put all the toys in the toy box. I want to see She-Hulk have an issue with Jessica. I want to see it all, bro. I want to see Punisher like, man, I don't have no problem killing Tony. What's poppin'? I'll kill the hell out of him.
I will take him out right now.
I ain't got no problems.
The gun battle between Punisher and Winter Soldier, just like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying?
But you bring that up, a version of Punisher as Captain America from Civil War when he killed him. Ooh. That suit, the metal part, and then the black.
Yeah,
man, the Punisher we know now dressed as that.
Yeah.
See, go out as much as we've seen Marvel shows and where we'll, especially on this show, we will go all the way off the rails. And then it'd be like, okay, well, they just gave us this little bit. It was still good, but it was like, okay, let me focus back in. You can't do the Secret Wars. You give us shit we didn't even think was coming. Give me the old Howard the Duck from the 80s with the new Howard the Duck.
Come on, man.
Over them just drinking, man. I would take that. Give it to me. I need all of it.
Oh, my final what if. What if Darcy was Jessica Jones and she had to get naked?
That'll break the internet, bro.
Come on, Cat. Pull the things out.
Cat Dennings, bro. That'll break the internet.
You know how many years they've been waiting for that young lady to just let us see something. Give us some side titty or something.
Yeah, she got the thing. That was so distracting during WandaVision. I was like, God damn, she got the big ass.
Yeah. Every time you see, you just like, be like, yo, Natalie Portman, get out the way. Get out the way.
Yeah, man.
Thor, get out the way. We give her more scene.
That little goofy thing going on, that little ditzy college girl thing. I'm like, hey.
Whew.
Fantastic Four. I think Fantastic Four is gonna be solid though, man. I feel like I'm glad What If is kind of done. But y'all basically took a year off. Not for nothing. If Wonder Man's what they say it's gonna be, we might be in an interesting world because the stories I'm hearing for Wonder Man, if that's really what's going to happen, that could be lit.
Yeah. Wonder Man's supposed to bust the door open on the west side of Marvel for like California and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's supposed to show us that angle and take us away from New York.
Yeah.
The idea of him an actor trying to audition for the MCU and ends up actually with Super Soldier Serum for real, I'm like, I like it.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Remember, they had the musical in Hawkeye, so it's like,
yeah,
I can do this all day.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to go see that play. I really want to go see it.
Is it a real play?
I think so. I think they actually did now
I
adapt it to be a real play after that aired. They were just like, you know what? I think we do.
I look so cultured. I'd be like, come on, baby girl, you don't want to go to the theater?
They're like, I got the play build right here, girl. I'm not lying.
We going to a play. We be sitting in there stupid as hell with a tuxedo. I be singing all the songs and shit.
I can do this all.
Damn, yeah. They ran it at Disney California from June 2003 to the end of August, where you can actually see it. It was a 30-minute actual musical that they did. Damn, I know that was fire. That had to be fire.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But we got one more segment before we get out of here. It's something that's been going around that's pretty popular, and it's just a game that I like to play with the two of y'all, and I call it the Blind Five. Now, I'm sure y'all have seen this on the internet where we're going to give you a list of people, groups or whatever, and you're going to rank them on a scale from 1 to 5. But the thing is, once you rank it, it's there. You can't exchange it, you can't move it, and you don't know what I'm finna name next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why it's called the Blind. That's why it's called the Blind Five. So, BT, I'm gonna start with you because you knew. I'm going to start with you. Now, I'm going to name this, and I'm not going to tell you what the category is. I'm just going to name this off, and you're going to place it on from 1 to 5 with these people.
Okay.
All right. Avengers. Scale of 1 to 5. Where do you place them?
Which are Avengers the movie?
No, just
the Avengers in general.
Yeah, just Avengers in general.
I got Avengers 2.
Number 2. Okay. Your next one. X-Men.
I got X-Men 1. I got X-Men 1, bro. Yeah. X-Men 1. In almost any category, X-Men gonna be 1.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy.
I put Guardians. I can put Guardians. I can put Guardians 5. I love Rocket, but that's kind of where it stops.
Okay. Thunderbolts.
Now I'm confused.
We only got 3 and 4 left.
All right, let's put Thunderbolts 4.
All right. And then your last one, which is also going to be the number 3 spot, was the Fantastic Four.
Okay, yeah, Fantastic Four and 3. Okay.
So your list is number 1 is X-Men, number 2 is Avengers, 3 Fantastic Four, 4 Thunderbolts, 5 Guardians of the Galaxy. Your thoughts on your list as the best Marvel teams?
Okay. Oh, man, crap,
Okay.
good.
That 4-5. That 4-5 fucked you up.
Yeah, I'm good with X-Men being 1. I'm good with Avengers being 2. Fantastic Four I might have dropped. I mean, I don't hate it. Thunderbolts might be 4 or 5. Deuce, you're right. It's the 4 or 5.
Yeah. That's not bad.
It's the 4 or 5. I mean, we do, but if Sentry is amazing, then you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was saying it's not a bad list. It's not a bad list.
Yeah.
All right. Deuce, are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm ready,
you
man.
feel the pressure, bro.
All right. So again, you don't know the topic or the people first. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm going 4.
All right. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
All right, I'm going.
Feel that pressure.
It's pressure. All right, I'm gonna go 3. Hopefully, this works out. if I'm thinking what you doing,
It's definitely not gonna work out.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
All right, I'm going 2. I'm good with that. I'm good with that too.
Okay. You have 1 and 5 left.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God.
This is where I feel like, oh shit.
You should have left yourself some grace.
Eternals.
Okay. I'm going 5. That fits what I thought.
Okay.
This is where I'm concerned.
That's funny.
Iron Man 3. You have at number.
So I assumed that you was doing phase 4. So I'm like, all right.
I'm like, this is what I was like. It's gonna be the one of them that's gonna throw you off. And what you have selected is the MC movies that you will die pitching as the greatest MCU movie. And you said number 1 greatest MCU movie of all time is Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Black Panther. Number 3 is Shang-Chi. Number 4, Doctor Strange. And number 5, Eternals.
That's hilarious. Well, you have a rough one.
Oh, shit. I was waiting for No Way Home.
It's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas
It was
movie.
a Christmas movie.
Let's see. How can I what redeeming qualities can I fight for?
When Iron Man 3 is number 1, that's tough.
Right. He commanded multiple suits. We got the multiple suits. We got pepper pots.
We got the little boy, you know what I mean?
So like I said, I was assuming that you was doing 4, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw No Way Home as 1.
You thought No Way Home was coming.
I knew that's what was coming. I was like, he gonna think it's Spider-Man. I already know.
It just happened to be that a lot of the bad movies was in 4.
Yeah. And they weren't bad. They were they were okay. Because Shang-Chi, I still love Shang-Chi.
Me
I
too.
think Shang-Chi was a great movie.
I love Wakanda Forever, so
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm solid with that.
Yeah, I liked Eternals, but Eternals was good if they wouldn't have promoted it as a Marvel movie. Because that's how they shot it.
Yeah.
Like if you'd have said this was MGM or if this was like Warner Brothers or something, and you don't mention Marvel at all, that would have been a great movie.
Yeah.
But because you said Marvel, there's a lot of stuff we expecting from it, and it was like, okay, y'all just really just didn't incorporate this at all.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know where we at with this. And then we not getting Eternals too. So it's just like, so they just here. The eternal beings are just walking around Earth, and we ain't gonna see them no more. Okay, that's
all right. I'm gonna come up with 5 for you. All right.
Okay, yeah, let's do this.
Right. I got what you left out. All right, so okay, I know what it is. All right. Venom.
3.
Okay. Gambit.
4.
Blade.
2.
Okay. He had 1 and 5 and you backed yourself in that corner again. Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
5.
Whoa, I didn't expect that. I ain't gonna hold you.
And let's go. Ghost Rider is your number 1. So my thought was Secret War cameos you're the most excited to see?
I'm not mad at this list at all.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at this list at all.
Shocking, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at this list at all. Definitely excited to see Ghost Rider in the MCU. Definitely excited to see Blade. Venom, of course. Like that's my guy right there. That's why I was like 3. I can't go wrong either way because like that's just where I'd place Venom in anything.
Right.
I've already kind of seen Gambit, so I'm just like,
fair.
I don't mind seeing Channing Tatum come back. I'm finna say something I don't think a lot of people gonna like.
Here we go.
I don't give 2 shits about Miles Morales.
What?
But the game.
I do not care about him coming live action in the MCU.
But the game.
The game is great. You can leave it right there for me.
So here's
Cross the Spider-Verse. I love that. You can leave it right there for me.
So this is the reason why I am and why I love Miles Morales. Very rarely we've had it happen multiple times and we've seen it that the mantle gets passed down to somebody and it still is lit, right? Like you see all that with Batman and Terry McGinnis. Like both of those characters, iconic as fuck. I fuck with both of them heavily, right? You know what I'm saying? You very rarely do you see that happen with multiple characters and stuff like that. To me, Spider-Man is right next to Batman as far as having a character, establishing it, passing the mantle down to another version, and that version is still just as good as the first.
Are you talking like Darkwing, like Batman Beyond type? Like
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which also I want to have you on here at BT for that debate too of the faces of these companies, because I want to know if you think Spider-Man is the face of Marvel, just like we would to say is Batman the face of DC.
Yeah,
it's another episode. That's another episode.
Gotcha.
But
the Miles thing is interesting. The Miles thing is interesting because I like Miles because he's unique. I think Spider-Verse is doing it literally perfectly.
Absolutely.
Like literally perfectly. It's very he's very black, is very hip hop, is very, and I love his unique power set. That's one of the things that I think makes Miles dope. If he had the same exact power set, I might feel it a little differently. But I like Miles in a world with a bunch of Spider-Man more than I like him just solo dolo. Like he's Spider-Man and there ain't no other Spider-Man. It's like no. There's Peter.
And for that exact reason right there, that's why I don't mind him being number 5 in the category you gave me. Right. Because of the fact there's too many factors you need to make him work. And right now we only have one Spider-Man, which is Tom Holland. Having Miles there too don't make no sense.
Right, okay, right. I can see that. I can see that.
No sense at all. Yeah. And then also too, if I'm just being honest, Miles ain't put enough work in to come to live action. I'm just being honest because
what?
Who are Miles' villains? Besides Prowler and that female version of Doc Ock, Miles don't have no work.
I see what you're saying.
Miles can only operate with having Spider-Man involved, which again, I'm not taking away because again, just like how you said, and getting ready to pass the mantle, you need him around there to get this story shifted. I'm like, that's why I don't mind it with the comic books. I don't mind it with the movie, the cartoon movie, but like live action, that's to where we are right now. If you show me the Dot or Spot in live action, I'll walk out that theater. You and Darren and have me watch 2 hours of the Spot in live action. If fucked up. I'll walk out. I promise.
If you gave me my choice of Venom or Miles, I'd definitely go Venom.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
need to license that song though. I need when Venom pop on screen the same way when Tony pop on screen. I need to hear Venom. I want it every time. When the Wakanda stuff and you hear that, I want the same thing from me.
Who has the best intro like call symbols?
I don't know, bro. When that Venom hit, when he land and that. I was like,
yeah, bro.
You gotta think about it. Don't think about it in the Venom movies. Think him in the MCU, and let's just say, there's like, well, there is this guy, but and Tom Holland's like, I mean, I guess, And they call him in to help, and he comes in, and Hardy walks up, and he was like, and everybody's kind of looking like, "What's your thing?" And the battle kickoff, and
right. So in wrestling terms, he gets the biggest pop. Venom gets the biggest pop.
No, bro.
I think he got the hardest one, because even too, like, with just setting it up, like you said, I could see Tom Hardy like stepping into, like, if it was like an end credit or something like that, he step into the shadow, and then you don't see nothing, and then you see him come out like this, and then it go and then it go knock, devil it, credits.
Okay. So that to versus that though, they've been rumored about recasting T'Challa right now. Aldous Hodge is the so now Battle World comes in, and then you see all you hear is the do, and you see Aldous Hodge pop up.
Yeah.
That might be fun. That might be lit.
At first, I was saying not to replace him, but now I'm kind of like, man, go ahead and go do that, dog. Go ahead.
The replacement is also coming with a Storm Queen of Wakanda. That's the rumor. The rumor is they looking for the T'Challa and Queen Storm. Mm-hmm. So both of them pop up, and you hear the Wakanda sound. That might be lit. That might be lit.
Wait a minute. Hold on, brother. Hold on, Deuces. Are you telling me that they're saying that the Black Panther that we're supposed to get is already married to Storm?
Yes.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor. That's what they're doing.
So it's two of them. It's either that or it's supposed to be Hodge with Black Panther's son grown up. That's him grown up. It's supposed to be something with that, because it's not supposed to just deal with different dimensions but time.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be
no.
But I want the one where he's married to Storm. Like, no ties to 616. Give me straight from another universe.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Storm are married.
No. I want him married. I know. I don't want him married yet. I want him. He can know her, but I want.
You want to see the court? You want to see the
courtship?
I want to see what. I want chocolate people on screen get married with a Disney $100 million budget, and they both are kings and queens. No. I want to see them.
Ooh, a ball where they.
I want to see them unite.
Man. Because we got to see Storm come down a big ass flight of stairs, just decked out. Yeah, we need that.
A big African wedding with the other Avengers just sitting there celebrating, eating fufu.
Mm-hmm.
That big old ball, just like, ooh. Like, whoa, this is a good ass wedding.
That's funny.
I gotta see Mark Ruffalo be down too, just trying to wear. He was like, "Are you sure I'm wearing the right stuff?" Yeah, bro. We don't wear that type of thing.
We do that. Yeah, that's lit. That's lit.
But look, man, we're reaching toward the end of our episode, man, and I know we gotta come to a cut, because otherwise we'll be here 4 hours just talking about comic books and stuff like that, man. Yeah. I want to thank my guest Deuces BT for coming on here, especially with jumping back into this thing, man. It was a great time. I enjoyed myself. I hope y'all did as well. But before we get out of here, I always like to make sure my audience knows where to follow and to support you as well. So BT, if you can let them know, how can they follow you, support you, and what do you have coming up that you would like them to support?
I won't make an official announcement yet. I'll give some hints. I will be in Salt Lake City at Wise Guys, February, I believe it's 18th or 19th, and I will be in Vegas, I believe the 20th. Just follow my IG. There's an announcement coming.
20th of what? In Vegas.
This is both in February.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So just he was like, "Nigga, today you gonna miss."
No, I thought you were saying another month, and then I was like, "Oh, we're going to talk then."
Oh yeah.
So, but it ain't what I'm thinking it is. Never mind.
Hey, there's some things. A brew. I will be making a huge announcement very, very soon. So just follow my IG, BT Kingsley on everything. BTKI. I should come up. If I don't come up, your algorithm is trash.
Which I mean, it already is. So
right.
product. Deuces, please let them know where to follow, support you, and what you have coming up, especially over there on the Geek Set side.
Yeah. All right. So for the Geek Set side, just follow me on my page, either at Geek Set Podcast or Young_Deuces. We got a huge announcement that we're coming. Like I said, we are partnered with Sway's Universe and over there, and we have been working on a show. And so we're going to announce the rollout of this show. And to kind of give an Easter egg, because I fuck with y'all. If you've been following our channel, we've been doing this series called What We Talking About. And it's going to be an extension of that on a broader scale. So, just look for that. Look for that's coming out. But one of my goals for 2025 is I want to at least be nominated for a Webby for my work at Watch Mojo. So if you hear my voice over there at Watch Mojo, or you see me post, like, comment, share, like, those things really do matter, because I would like to be nominated for a Webby, being one of the first Black narrators over there at Watch Mojo. And I'm over 250 narrations now. I definitely would like to, establish that and get that. So I need y'all support. Show, show up in those Watch Mojo comments, show up on those posts, and just, letting people know that you fuck with it.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have your 5 words ready for your speech when you win?
No, I don't right now.
5 words in your speech.
I don't right now, but I'm gonna work on it.
I already got mine. It's who left the oven on. That's it.
Thank you. I love y'all.
There you go. There you go. I just want to leave them in suspense. Like,
right.
Who got left on? Is his oven left on? Wait, what is he talking about?
Did he say oven light or oven?
Nate, nominate me again. Now I'll fill in the rest of the story. But I've been told that I have to make sure I definitely tell people what I'm doing and what I'm up to. So make sure that you follow me at Will Pharaoh, Pharaoh, across all socials, especially TikTok now, since it left, came back, might leave again, might come back again. Who knows? But apparently I have to still keep posting on there. So go follow that as well as my YouTube channel and my Twitch. I am live Monday through Saturdays now. If you can watch straight out of a comic book, sometimes it's going to be live. It'll be pre-recorded sometimes too, but those come out on Fridays now at noon. I am also on the Women's Wrestling Talk Network. You can catch me there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, talking about all the trending news in wrestling, as well as doing watch-alongs over for the NXT for WWE, and especially watch-alongs like for the Royal Rumble coming up February 1st. Also, make sure that you check out the Kayfabe podcast live on Saturdays with myself, Dion, and Wrestling with Honey. Once again, all of these are going to be live on YouTube and Twitch, my channel, and as well as the Arcade Tokens channel. So believe me when I tell you, it is consistent. It's going to be consistent all through 2025. You're going to get sick of seeing this fucking face. Let me know now.
Hey, that's what I'm talking
Y'all going to
about.
see this face everywhere in your Explorer page, and I'm not. Damn, I was going to say won't stop, can't stop, won't stop, but fucking did he fuck that up. But I will be seen consistent.
Won't stop, can't stop.
Won't stop. Won't stop, can't stop. But make sure that you check us out. Please hit the like button on this video. Comment below on what we've talked about today. What is some of the what ifs that you would have loved to see? How do you feel about the big 3 that are coming out for Marvel in 2025? How are you also feeling about Daredevil Born Again and the street level world that we're about to see in Marvel? We want to know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe to all the channels so you can stay up to date on what's coming. I've been your host, Will Pharaoh, and we shall catch you next time. Thanks for watching.